Bugs. Everyone knows what they are, so I'm not going to explain it. If you don't know what they are, you've been living under a rock or you're a literal child, but both is unlikely, so you know what they are. So I have an intense fear of bugs, or a phobia, if you will. Specifically, it's called entomophobia, which apparently Google decided today it was going to tell me what it is, even though for years I've been looking it up, and it's like, oh, there's no actual phobia for this, you're just a coward. But I found it on the front page, right at the top, for some reason. But yeah, so entomophobia isn't a fear of bugs, it's specifically insects. Because I don't have arachnophobia. Spiders are chill, they eat other bugs. I mean, I wouldn't want one in my room, but in the rest of my house, it's free game. But yeah, my fear of insects isn't just a surface level thing, like, oh, you're high up, yeah, kinda don't want to jump. It's more of a deeply rooted psychological thing, probably from a traumatic event that I can't remember. It may be because it was so traumatizing, or I was just really small. I have no clue. But yeah, one of my earliest memories of just being terrified of bugs was when I was a small child. I was petrified of ants. Now, I know what this sounds, but just gonna have to roll with it. So, one of my earliest memories of being afraid of bugs, it's like the middle of the night in summer. I was up for some reason, probably being a kid, you know, 5-year-olds, they're crazy. And there's an ant on the floor, and for some reason, I'm just so scared of ants at this point where, like, I can't step over them or walk around them or past them. Like, I'll just get as far away from them as I can. It's kind of hard to move around in your house, though, when there's, like, an ant in the hallway. So, yeah, somehow, during this event, I managed to, like, get into the kitchen of my house. I was probably getting a midnight snack or something. When I tried to get back, there was just ants everywhere. Or at least so it seemed in my 5-year-old brain. There was probably like 2 of them in the house, maybe 3. But it felt like every corner, everywhere I turned, there was an ant. Somehow managed to get to like 3 different rooms before my bedroom. But yeah, I had to brave up in order to get back, and I think I kind of conquered my just baseline, I will not even go near this thing, fear of ants. But yeah, back in the olden day when I was this small, I was also absolutely terrified of getting stung at all. I mean, I still am, but like, when a 5-year-old's afraid of something, they're afraid of it, you know? So it didn't help that the elementary school I went to had a massive field next to the playground that you basically had to walk through at least some of it to get to the playground. And in the spring, there's flowers and mostly dandelions, but then there's bees, man, everywhere. It's like a Herculean effort for my little brain to get past that to get to the playground. And then every year at this school, there's a baseball diamond in the field too. So it's like the playground, and right next to it's the baseball diamond, and then there's just the rest of the expansive field. And every single year that I can remember, this baseball diamond was just absolutely swarmed with wasps. I don't know if it was wasps or hornets, if one of them specifically nests, like, underground. Whichever one it was, I'm just gonna call them wasps. Like, they'd make nests all over, or underneath the baseball diamond. And they'd never leave the confines of it, so I guess that was good enough for the teachers to be like, it'll be fine. So there's, you know, just so some points in the year, you can look near it, there's just like black masses swarming around the place. It doesn't help my fear that I'm pretty much allergic to any bug that both flies and bites or stings. One of the most common ones is mosquito, which instead of like just a little tiny bump in itchiness you'd get, I get a decently sized chunk of swelling and pain. Like, those mosquito bites hurt me, it's not fun. Luckily, I've yet to be stung by pretty much anything, or at least like one of the big heavy hitters flying stinging bugs that I'm allergic to. And how do I know I'm allergic to them? Allergy tests, man. They're a thing. They exist. I've pretty much sort of conquered my fear of flightless bugs. I mean, at least for the most part, as much as my phobia will let me. I mean, I'm not gonna hang out in a room full of cockroaches. I'd probably just explode from fear and anxiety. I mean, I can walk on grass and not like be afraid of existing. But notice I said flightless bugs because my phobia hates the noise that flying bugs make. Like, you know, the ye old bee buzzing, and then pretty much every bug that flies makes that noise. I hear that, and it triggers my fight or flight responses, and it's really hard to fight a fly. Like, I don't know if you've tried, but their whole 5 trillion eyes, 360 degrees vision makes it kind of hard to hit them. So that basically just leaves the flight, and in other words, I'll just avoid them altogether. It was very hard to do if, like, a bee ends up inside my room or something. But my phobia even gets triggered in video games, because of course it does. I mean, Minecraft I can handle. I mean, block spiders, which, first off, not afraid of spiders in the first place. They're more like the silverfish and the bees I can handle, because they don't look anything like insects. But, like, for an example, in the Fallout games, like Fallout 4, there's bloat flies and blood bugs. And those, I do not enjoy fighting those at all. I'll avoid them at all costs if I can. But yeah, so my phobia is one of the many reasons that I simply refuse to go outside and touch grass. I'm a gamer through and through. So if you've made it this far into the video, that means you enjoyed my story. So if you could hit the like button, that'd be very cool, because it tells the algorithm to send my video out to more people. And if you're new and you've made it all the way here, why don't you just go ahead and hit that red button down there, the one that says subscribe, because clearly you're gonna watch more if you made it past this. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you whenever. Bye!